Ladies and gentlemen, Rigathi Gachagua is actually faced with only two options to make, to choose either Fred Okengo Matiang'I to go for presidency against William Samoei Arap Ruto or Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka if he will forfeit his presidential ambition, let come 2027. But Rigathi Gachagua is actually faced with tough political scenarios whenever he chooses one of those key political leaders to face William Samoei Arap Ruto. And those difficult political scenarios is actually what I want us to dissect further and try to look which are these difficult political scenarios that Rigathi Gachagua will actually face upon choosing either between Fred Okengo Matiang'I and Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. But before we dive in and try to dissect all those difficult political scenarios, I could request you kindly to take a minute or two and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Give this video a like, share the video to your friends. And whenever you subscribe to our YouTube channel, always remember to smash the bell button. And for those ones who have actually subscribed to our YouTube channel, I say thank you and may God bless you all abundantly. Now, let us go back to the discussion about different difficult political scenarios or different political dilemmas that Rigathi Gachagua is going to face if he either chooses Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka or Fred Okengo Matiang'I to go against President William Samoei Arap Ruto, let come 2027 presidential election, if at all, if forfeit is presidential ambition. One of the political dilemma or difficult political scenario that he is faced with is that if he goes with Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, then there is a very high likelihood that the people from Gusii Nation will vote for William Samoei Arap Ruto. And if the people from the Gusii Nation votes for William Samoei Arap Ruto, then Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka may actually not make a big political impact against William Samoei Arap Ruto. And at the same time, if he is able to choose Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, then there is a very high likelihood that he might not go for Fred Okengo Matiang'I to be his running mate. He might be forced to go for somebody from the western part of Kenya to be the running mate of Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. Or if he will be able to choose Fred Okengo Matiang'I to be the running mate, then the Western Bloc is also gone and it will vote entirely on William Samoei Arap Ruto. So that is the first dilemma that Rigathi Gachagua is faced with. Then there is a second dilemma. It's about political betrayal. As you know, many political leaders have actually supported other political leaders with the aim that their interest will be taken into account when those political leaders will actually be on power. But it ends up that they get betrayed. Remember what happened with Raila Amolo Odinga and Kibaki. Raila supported Kibaki even when Kibaki was sick. But when Kibaki got power, he deserted Raila Amolo Odinga. And you can also remember what happened to William Samoei Ruto when he supported Raila Amolo Odinga. But when Raila Amolo Odinga was made to be the prime minister of this republic, he forgot William Samoei Arap Ruto, who totally supported him and made sure that he got to the seat of presidency or to the seat of prime minister. So in politics, we always have betrayal. You will support a certain political leader, but at the end, he will betray you. So Rigathi Gachagua is faced with that scenario. If I am going to support either Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka or Fred Okengo Matiang'I, will they take care of my interest if they get power? So that is a difficult choice that Rigathi Gachagua must battle with. That dilemma, that difficulty of actually having in mind that he might be betrayed at the end of it all if he chooses either Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka or Fred Okengo Matiang'I. And when that comes into the mind of any politician, I mean, that is when you will find that that politician may decide to go for presidency himself. Another difficult situation that Rigathi is actually faced with is that what is the winning formula? Which kind of a man between Fred Okengo Matiang'I, if I support him, he will actually garner enough votes and make his call of one term for William Samoei Arap Ruto to win it through. Because there are people who feel that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka has actually helped Rigathi Gachagua a lot, even during the time of impeachment. The MPs and the senators of Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka camp from the Wiper Party, they were able to reject the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua. And Rigathi Gachagua may be obliged to go for Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, but will Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka be the man with that key of the winning formula that will make President William Samoei Arap Ruto to be a one-term president? Because there are people who may believe that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is quite soft. He cannot actually run against William Samoei Ruto and win. So that's another political dilemma that this man called Rigathi Gachagua is actually being faced with. And also, there is this dilemma that if Rigathi Gachagua could choose Fred Okengo Matiang'I, and as you know, Fred Okengo Matiang'I wants to run for presidency of this nation by using the Jubilee Party. That is why you see of late, the Jubilee Party is actually branding vehicles which will aid in the campaign of Fred Okengo Matiang'I. And Jubilee Party comes from Mount Kenya. That means if he goes for Fred Okengo Matiang'I, his party in Mount Kenya might be washed. The Jubilee Party might be too popular in Mount Kenya, and it will get more elective posts than the DCP. And that will make Rigathi Gachagua to lose his political strength. Because as you know currently, Rigathi Gachagua is doing all he can to campaign in entire Mount Kenya so that he can make sure that the most popular party is DCP. The party that the people of Mount Kenya or the political class of Mount Kenya are going to use to look for various political positions is DCP, such that DCP will have many elective politicians under DCP panel. That will make Rigathi Gachagua to be very strong. But if he chooses Fred Okengo Matiang'I for presidency, let's come to 2027, and Fred Okengo Matiang'I is using Jubilee as a political party, it means that his party will actually not win as many as elective posts or positions compared to Jubilee. Jubilee will actually wash away the DCP political party, and that will make politically Rigathi Gachagua to be very weak at the end. So Rigathi Gachagua is actually faced with this difficult situation. So that is another situation or political scenario that is so difficult for Rigathi Gachagua. Then we also have another political scenario. Let's say Rigathi Gachagua has chosen the person we call Fred Okengo Matiang'I to stop at presidency, let's come 2027. Who will be the running mate of Fred Okengo Matiang'I? Because if Fred goes for presidency, then the running mate probably should come from the western part of the republic. That means from the Mrembe nation. But will Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka actually accept to back Fred Okengo Matiang'I unconditionally? And if that happens, there is a very high likelihood that the Kenya Kwanza government will venture to Ukambani region. And you will find that because Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka has been left out, the people of Ukambani will feel cheated, and they may actually vote for William Samoei Arap Ruto. And hence, it will be very difficult for Fred Okengo Matiang'I to win presidency. So, Rigathi Gachagua is actually faced with different political complexes or different type of political scenarios to make what we might call that he is in dilemma. What kind of choice he should go for so that he can win presidency, let come 2027. He can get all his interest taken care, and at the same time, that choice must make his DCP as a political party to be the strongest political party in the entire Mount Kenya. So those are things which makes it very difficult for Rigathi Gachagua to think of choosing either Fred Okengo Matiang'I and Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. In your own thinking, between Fred Okengo Matiang'I and Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, who do you think should Rigathi Gachagua goes for and support him to run against William Samoei Arap Ruto, and at the end, he gets his interest covered? He makes sure that DCP becomes the strongest political party in that coalition, and he cannot be betrayed late come 2027 if the man he has supported is going to win. So, what choice should he make? Please drop your comment in the comment section below. And if this is your first time to bump into this YouTube channel, I request you kindly to share the video, subscribe, like the video, hit the notification bell, and for those ones who have actually subscribed to this YouTube channel and they always keep watching our videos, I say thank you. May God bless you all abundantly until we meet in our next political conversation. Goodbye.